A few days ago, I announced to the world that I would be running the Colfax Half Marathon, and that's still true. But coincidentally, later that day, I ended up slightly injuring myself when I was out on a walk with my dog. Something happened. I don't know. It literally came out of nowhere, but it's like my knee locked up, and it was like the outside of my knee. And since then, I've been taking it very easy, especially those of you who follow me on Strava. Y'all see I haven't ran since uh, that announcement. And that's just taking precautions. So I've been doing a lot of icing, a lot of mobility, and just taking time off. I mean, I've mentioned this before. I've never run 40-mile weeks before, and I did 3 of them in a row, along with 2 intense sessions every week. So it was bound to catch up with me. And I realized that this was an extremely aggressive plan for me. And I just wanted to see what I was capable of. And sometimes these things happen. I'm lucky it wasn't worse. It did seem like something fairly non-serious, but it also seemed like something serious if I didn't pay attention to it. So, of course, it would be my luck for that to happen the day I announced that I was going to run the Colfax Half Marathon. But here we are. We're going to head out today. I really don't know the range that I'm going to hit. I want to do a race activation workout, but it might just be an easy jog. Today I'm going to rock the Megablast. I have like a green pair that I bought a while ago that I haven't opened, and that's potentially going to be my race shoes because I know they'll protect my legs for the most part with the cushioning, but also like give me the speed assistance if my body's feeling up to the task the day of. It absolutely sucks when things don't go as planned, especially when it happens outside of running too. It's just like, dang, what could I have done to prevent that? But there are a few things that I would just say that I would love to have done differently. Obviously, it takes discipline and consistency to do certain things differently to get a different outcome. Uh, but warming up before every workout or before every run would be super important. Dialing in my nutrition better, especially post run and really throughout the day after that. Making sure that you're consistent with your meals, getting your protein so your body can like really repair itself. Super important. Mobility, maybe the night before you go to sleep or throughout the day after you run. Can't stress that enough. I wish I would have did that a little bit more. And strength training. I really feel like if I was more consistent with strength training, my body would have been a little bit more durable to handle those miles week after week. But sometimes you run into these moments and you got to learn. Like, this is not the first time I've been injured, and I've made slow improvements to even be able to build up my mileage over the years. So it's just continual learning lessons. And again, it could have been worse. And we're going to find out here in a moment how I'm feeling, how my body kind of adapts. And that's like one of the things about us runners is like sometimes you have these little nagging injuries and then you go out and you test it and see if you're hurt or you're injured. And real ones know the difference between the two. So we're going to go out and figure it out and just see how my body feels. But if you get injured, don't get discouraged. It's literally a part of the game. Like most people are going to get hurt running at some point. It's just unavoidable. Hopefully, it's never like too bad. But those are some of the things that I think would help prevent it. Strength training, mobility, nutrition, and warming up before your runs. Really heavy on the strength training and nutrition. I think sleep also plays a huge factor. But I think if you can nail down those different aspects, you'll be in a really good position to like not get injured as much and have a really resilient body. And the only reason I didn't do some of these things is because one, built bad habits with not warming up and not post-run nutrition consistently, really protein after every run. And then the strength training was a little bit too late in the build, that like I didn't want to add another stimulus to my already aggressive plan. So that would have been adding a serious workout in the mix. That would have been adding pace on my long runs, which are 2 quality sessions, and then adding strength training. I thought that was a little bit too much, but in hindsight, I should have just did it just to cross my T's and dot my I's. But yeah, I'm about to get out on this road and see what my body is capable of. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do an easy warm up, like 1.5 miles. See how the body's feeling, and then decide if it's even worth attempting some race pace, some intensity. The overall goal of this run is to loosen up my legs. Ideally, I would want to hit some race pace just to get my legs kind of primed and reminded before this race in a couple days. But seeing how I have an injury, you don't want to push too hard on those levers. I'm gonna actively try to avoid steep downhills, try to keep it as flat as possible. All right. Honestly, don't feel terrible. Well, let's get it. Warm up. Again, these are moments where, especially if you're injured, if you have a tweak, anything of that sort, where you just want to check in with your body and see, does things get slightly worse, slightly more irritated? Do things get better? Sometimes a little bit of movement will go a long way in the recovery process. So it's kind of a thin line sometimes between the two, but you really have to use these as opportunities to kind of fill out your body. So far, so good. So in the interest of transparency, the outside of my knee is kind of tightening up. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. It's like the muscle on the outside of my knee just tightens up a little bit. And like, feels like it prevents the range of motion that I'm kind of used to. It's like right here on the left side. And one of the issues with this kind of injury is you compensate, and now my right leg is going to be taking a lot more of the impact to try to recover for the inefficiencies of my left leg. Pace isn't bad. I mean, I like 9 minutes, 128, but it just sucks. All right, just got done with 1 mile. Gonna take like 2 minutes, get back into it. Honestly, if I felt like this during the half marathon, it would absolutely be a long day. But I don't know if that's because I took 2 days off. 2, because sometimes when I take days off, it's like your body has cobwebs. You kind of got to shake those off.
I do not advise what I'm about to do. I don't think it's smart. If you're not feeling well, have some kind of injury, just don't even push it. It's not even worth it. I do think it is worth like trying to go for an easy jog, but don't attempt any raised pace. Just try to shake out the cobwebs. I'm gonna try a little bit of raised pace right now, just to see how the body feels. Even though I know it doesn't feel great right now. So again, this is why I don't advise. Don't be like me. I guess I put 100 meter. That helps. It's not a mile. I thought that was gonna be a mile. So I have like these 100 meter strides that I put in before I get into my 1 mile sets. One more. Hilarious. So apparently I only put one 100 meter stride in. So this is my 1 mile working set right now. $7:38. Just half marathon pace, but my body feels like trash. Again, do not recommend. Highly do not recommend. Set 2, and this is it. Do not recommend. I do feel better. It's just not worth it, but I am glad I felt this. That was actually hard. And I was smacking those runs not even a week ago. All right, I'm basically gonna take the rest of this off. I think I'm honestly done, if I'm being real. Let's see, if you work out. Okay, so I've like a 1 mile cool down. I'm just gonna use that to walk instead of run. So be extra careful. And that's an example of what not to do. All right, so that's that for the run. Total miles was 3.26. Average pace was 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Average heart rate was 142 and 82 feet of elevation gain. So for the most part, the injury did not bug me too much. It did at the slower paces, like I could kind of feel the side of my knee getting a little tight. But once I got into the workout at raised paces, I did feel a little bit better. I didn't have any of the same tightness at all. So that is definitely a good sign. We could go ahead and get into the race sets, which was only 2 sets. The first set was at 7 minutes and 38 seconds. Average heart rate was 155. The second rep was at 7 minutes and 31 seconds. Heart rate was 162. So the average pace was 734 across those 2 miles, and the average heart rate was 158, which is pretty good, but I felt terrible. And I guess that's one of the things about taper weeks, which I wasn't meaning to take this week. It just ended up being that way. Your body tells you what to do sometimes. But taper weeks, this is like a notorious feeling for taper weeks. So I was just like, there's no way I could ever hold this pace for 13 miles for a half marathon. And I probably couldn't, but the fact is, taper weeks typically are notorious for this feeling, and that's why some people are like, do taper weeks even work? And trust the taper and things of that sort. But I am glad that I got through it. Never regret a run, even injured. Like going through that was good just to feel how my body would respond. Now it's just going to be listening to my body the rest of the day, seeing how that goes. But yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. Next 2 days are going to be super light, like 15, 20, maybe 25-minute easy jogs with some strides. Maybe I'll do like a expo vlog when I go pick up my bib and all that stuff. But yeah, sometimes these things can be a little discouraging. Of course, the moment that I announce the race, of course, it happens when I start shooting videos regularly and having people tune in, which I really appreciate. Everybody who has tuned in, has commented, has liked the videos. It honestly means a lot, and it's like surprising to see that people are taking away some cool stuff from it. So if you haven't, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Strava for a closer kind of insight onto the build in real time. This race Sunday is just something I wanted to do. We still got Chicago about 3 weeks out. That's the ultimate race that I want to get prepared for, but using this as kind of a practice run. Until next time.